Hi everyone, nice to speak to you again this week. There's a chilled feeling, certainly not the weather, it's glorious, but there's a chilled feeling in my house at the moment. The kids are away at their grandma and granddad's. Uh, just a few less things happening this week. We've come to the end of the strong course, it's half term, that kind of stuff. Just being able to not run around too much this week, not too busy, and just taking the opportunity to chill. Now, for those that think, oh, that's a very young kind of word, well, if you look in the Urban Dictionary online, and if you're not familiar with the Urban Dictionary, it gives you alternative meanings to words that maybe mean one thing. One of those is being the word chill. We would, connect that with the weather, which of course it's been the hottest bank holiday Monday this week, the wettest May last week, well, the whole month, but today is glorious. So we're not talking about temperature. What we're talking about is being able to be relaxed, being able to not be flustered by things, just go with the flow, take it easy, and just kind of just take everything in your stride. I would describe myself as a fairly chilled person. Maybe sometimes too chilled. I don't know. You may think that, but yeah, I would say I'm quite a chilled person. But I think my reflection over these past kind of 15, 16 months is that I've not had as much time to kind of chill and relax. Maybe it's certainly been quieter in some respects, and certainly not as kind of rushing around. But from my experience in my place, my position, I guess, it's been incessant, and it's just been really the change, the restrictions changing, the restrictions coming into place, the things that we have to put in place, has been incessant all the way through, and there's just been this consistent push of work, I think, and of ministry. Now, don't get me wrong, I've loved it. I've really enjoyed doing all those things like the videos, learning some kind of editing skills, learning a few more guitar chords, which I played D minor on Sunday for the first time out in worship. You may have noticed because it was the one that was probably not quite as good as some of the other ones, but I've been learning that stuff, and I've found that really fulfilling. But it's also been really challenging, not seeing people, not being around people, not being in the office with the staff, and kind of the joy and the camaraderie that we usually have, not being around the kind of the busy centre that it usually is. All that kind of stuff I've really, really missed. But I've also missed the things that I, for myself, really value and which really give me energy. Time away from my workplace. I love doing this, but I find it very easy to switch off from that when I'm away. But having not been anywhere apart from a summer holiday, which which has real high value for us last year, not being able to see family, not being able to kind of hang out with friends and spend time just doing things that there's no agenda. It's just being. It's been a very different experience, and I've not found that downtime as easily to come by. You know, on the flip side, the time has been nice for Elizabeth and I to prepare for the wedding in July and have not be stressed about that at this point, because we've actually had so much time to do that. So it's a real mixed bag, and I'm sure that your experience may be similar in terms of the good and the difficult, sitting alongside each other. But taking some time out, taking time to chill, relax, slow down, re-energize, do things that you really enjoy doing is really, really important for our spirit and for our soul. It's really important for our being, our well-being, our mental health. But I also think it's really important for our faith. I don't think God asks us to go 100 miles an hour all of the time. It's okay to say no and just take that 1 or 2 steps back out of the ministry line, out of the firing line, if you want, out of the place where you're just demanded of all the time. For some of you, you actually may think the last 18 months have been like that, and you can't wait to get back and do something. And again, as a church, we need to recognise experiences of those different times. But I think for all of us, it's important that we have that downtime, that we take it, that we use it wisely, and we use it for ourselves and for our well-being, as I've said. What is also important is that we don't feel guilty about that. I think one of the things that I had to learn, and maybe still will always have to get better at as a Salvation Army officer, is not feeling guilty about having my day off or taking time away. Because if I'm not okay, that has an impact on the people around me, whether that's my family, whether that's my friends, and my church too. And so actually taking time away and saying no is as spiritual as always saying yes. It's as important to God's kingdom as diving in there and getting on with stuff. Saying no and understanding that God needs you to rest well and to recuperate and to be is as significant as doing those things around us. So I hope that there are of those of you who are excited to get back into the ministry, get back into stuff that we hope will come to fruition over the next few months and the next year. But if you're feeling worn out, tired, and just needing to chill, take that time. Take that time. Spend it with God. Allow God to minister and re-energize you. Do that thing that gives you energy. Do that thing that allows you to reinvigorate your spirit. It's okay. It's okay just to say no and take a step out of that. So whatever you're doing this week, enjoy the weather and chill. May God bless you.